After spending the last few days exploring and stealth camping in Canada, last night I finally recrossed the border back into America. I always thought it would be harder to get into Canada than it would be to get back into the US, so I thought this would be a super breeze and was actually really surprised when the agent asked to check out the back of my van. Thank you. After crossing, I found a spot on iOverlander to stealth camp for the night called The Warehouse. It was in a pretty good area and I woke up to a pretty decent view. The Warehouse is a sports bar, so people were here pretty late, but I was almost the only one here when I woke up. Regardless, the owners allow overnight parking, which is great. It wasn't too loud and I felt safe, so I would say it's a pretty solid spot to stay. Today, we're on our way to the Buffalo Bills vs. Kansas City Chiefs NFL football game in Buffalo, New York at Highmark Stadium. And at 8 a.m. here, people already have their tents and tailgating prepared and ready. They take tailgating very seriously here. And so I did some research and I tried to find the safest yet most fun party tailgating lot I could find. And that led me here to Hammer's Lot. And within moments of pulling in, I met the man, the legend, Pinto Ron, who has been to over 600 Bills games. He started what he calls the tailgate shenanigans around 1989, from using a toilet as a cooler, a saw for making bacon, a hubcap for stir fry, a rake for hot dogs, a filing cabinet for pizza, a mailbox for making chicken, and plenty more. But what he's best known for is always needing ketchup and mustard on his hamburger. This was a huge reason I chose to come to Hammer's Lot today. And while Pinto Ron may be a loved legend, the hammer behind Hammer's Lot, the internet has decisively agreed, is a tool. No pun intended. Which I will experience for myself here in a few minutes. So apparently everyone else who's already here is a regular, and they are prepped. They've already got like grills out. They're playing games, they are ready, and I am apparently the only one here who's not a regular, and all the back spots are for regulars, so he told me to park towards the front, so I am the only one up here, which feels a little weird. I got here super early because all of Reddit said I needed to be here by 7:30 to 8 or the lot would be completely full, which clearly was not the case at all. However, the energy here is already 10 out of 10. It makes me wish I could tailgate Kansas City Chiefs games with my family as like a tradition, because this just seems really fun and precious watching them. It shows not all tailgating has to be anything crazy, like table breaking and ketchup baths to be fun. I just heard some dude yell that I have to move, and I've been here so long.
Yes, you have to. It's fine, it's fine. It doesn't matter. This is what's going to happen. We're going to park right over next to that fire hydrant. Is that also what you guys want to know? Alright. Hey, it is what it is. Look at the lot. If I look at it, it's at 5:30. Look at it. I'm going to have to keep it. You're already done. Brad, you need to move. Either they move or you get kicked out. One or the other. Have no fucking discussion. I'm the goddamn owner. I pay taxes on this goddamn thing. My wife tells me I'm the boss 10 days out of the year.
Okay, I read on Reddit that the man is crazy. I thought it was people being oversensitive. They're all set up. So I saw some people saying the owner is crazy and tyrannical. However, I had held out hope people were just being sensitive. However, there was a point where I literally heard him say to a guy he would have been nicer had they not been wearing Chiefs gear, so now I'm a little bit worried. They've actually had numerous games where the owner has only let Bills fans in the parking lot, and if you even have a hint of support for the other team, even on your license plate being like a different color, you can't park here. Also, he used to charge $30 for parking, he now charges $60, and at one point he included that on top of that, each person who parks there has to bring him a 6-pack of beer. It is what it is. That's okay. I definitely was like in the middle of the tailgating and I felt a little bit self-conscious that like everyone was contributing these huge giant tables and all this food and these games, and I was like, I got nothing. Cheers to Travis Kelce and the Chiefs having a killer game today. This one's on me. I should have defined killer because they did have a killer game, just not the good kind. So while everyone else who is here in the parking lot right now showed up ready to tailgate, fully dressed, prepped, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet, so I thought I might start my morning routine. It's out of water. But then I discovered that my sink is pretty much out of water and that I didn't have a lot left to refill it, so it wasn't able to fully pump out the water. I definitely need to stay better on top of this, but for now, the tiny bit I had left was enough to make it work to do my morning routine. Also, I think when I get home, I'm going to make some VanLife modifications to the sink. It's really great and so much better than what I had before. but I'm almost never parked on even ground, so it doesn't drain easily to the holes in the middle. So I think I'm gonna have to drill some holes along the bottom of the tray and put a wedge under the top part of the sink so that it always helps direct the water towards the bottom of the sink no matter how I'm parked. That way I don't have to like use my hand to drain the water. And then I think it'll be the perfect 10 out of 10 VanLife sink. So I just went and paid for parking because I had this weird feeling that if I tried to pay for parking with my Chiefs jersey on, it might cost more. You already knew which jersey I was wearing, right? This was easily the most predictable part of this video. Yeah, I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm feeling a lot of urges right now. One. Number two. You already know, babe. Number three.
They called me El Travador.
Number four.
New news.
Number five. Yeah, they just feel right. They just feel right. I know way too much about Travis Kelce. It's like minorly concerning. I obviously am still in the vehicle and I haven't left yet. There's people all around me and they're all talking and they all have tables, but they've all like came with their families or like big groups of their friends. So it's probably way less intimidating to be out there. For me, it's like, okay, I'd be by myself. So I don't want to eat out there. I think it'd be kind of awkward. That's super introverted of me. I came here to tailgate and to party, and I will go out and I will walk, and I am meeting some people here, some of my favorite people, and I'm very excited, and we're celebrating their birthday. That's why we're actually here, is I helped buy their tickets so they could come because they're huge Kansas City Chiefs fans, and it's like a birthday gift trip. So I'll meet them later. They didn't want to get here until like noon, and I'm like, first thing in the morning, let's get this party started. I think we are ready to go. I know Mike and my dad are going to be here very soon, any minute. I'm just going to walk around this little area while I wait for them and hope that everyone's okay that I'm wearing Chiefs gear. So if you look to your right here, you'll notice my original parking spot that is now barely even being occupied and being used for one singular tent. So yeah, I don't get why we had to move, but I'm just glad I'm not the guy who used one of the porta potties but wasn't parked or like paying for parking here, and the owner parked him into the porta potty so he couldn't escape. Also, I am genuinely disappointed by the no table smashing rule. That was one of the things I really wanted to see the most. But even more disappointing than that, the whole thing that makes this lot iconic is not happening today. Unfortunately, we will not be getting to witness the ketchup and mustard mayhem for ourselves this trip. However, if we want to feel Pizza Pete's mustache for free, I guess that's an option they have. Or there's a kissing booth for Josh Allen if you want to taste greatness, apparently. Right now, it is time where we have to pay for the tickets for today's game because money can't buy happiness, but it can buy Chiefs tickets. So thank you to the sponsor of today's video, the Anker SOLIX Black Friday campaign, which has great deals, especially on the Anker C300 DC, which is something that I just got about halfway through this road trip. Not only because I was tired of lugging the big battery banks back and forth, but also because the others don't fit in a normal sized backpack, and I feel self-conscious and weird taking them into a library or coffee shop. But the Anker series of either the Anker SOLIX C300, C300 DC, or C200 DC are all a great size to be able to fit into a backpack and be able to still fit my laptop, a notebook, a water bottle, and more. And they're even a great size to be able to wear the chest strap and carry it around tailgating or on a hike or on my e-bike without it being too heavy since it weighs under 6.5 pounds. However, if you're looking for something lighter and smaller, the Anker SOLIX C200 DC is 192 watt hours with 200 watt output for something even more portable. The one I have is the Anker SOLIX C300 DC, and it has a total of 300 watt output and a 288 watt hour lithium iron phosphate battery. It has 7 ports, including the 2 140-watt USB-C fast charge ports and a car socket. Purchasing separately 2 140-watt wall port chargers can make this charge at 280 watts and get from 0 to 80% in an hour or to 100% in 90 minutes, which if you're like me and charging in a Panera is just enough time to have lunch and be ready. You can also charge it by your carport or use up to a 100-watt solar panel to charge within 3 hours. You probably have noticed the one I have does not have AC outlets, but if that is something that you are looking for, the Anker SOLIX C300 does have 2 300-watt AC outlets with a 600-watt surge pad. However, the one I have, the C300 DC, has a pop-up light on top that is perfect for me in my current camper van setup. This is one of the few power station brands still holding Black Friday sales, so if you missed out on the deals and are looking for a great power station, there is still time. I don't know what has the bills being so mellow today, but that's okay. We have so much more to explore, and there are countless tailgates outside of this lot too. And some of them even have backyard bands, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I've always been one of the first to advocate for not being afraid to do things alone. And a big reason for that is because sometimes if you don't go alone, you won't be able to go at all. And it would be sad to miss out on some of the amazing opportunities and places and things in the world. However, it's places like these that, as an introvert, as I walk around and see everyone with their friends and families and partying and making jokes, and that I know, even though I'm glad I came, it would be a bit more fun with someone else. Which honestly is a huge reason I'm so thankful to be able to make these videos, because I get to share it with all of you, and oftentimes it pushes me to do things out of my comfort zone and feel like I'm not alone, even when I'm traveling solo.
This is a lot. A lot to take in here.
But on this trip, I actually get very lucky because I get to share the day with my brother Michael and my dad for their birthday trip, who are huge Chiefs fans, and Mike has never been to a Chiefs game before, so today is going to be very exciting. So now I'm just waiting around a bit until they get here. Mike just had his second major knee surgery from injuries playing high school soccer, so my dad's actually dropping him off with me so he doesn't have to walk as far. But he did just get passed to be able to be weight bearing, luckily, so he's actually doing really well. And he's actually been taking the time to set up my merch shop while he's been recovering and not been able to walk. So all proceeds from my merch shop this month go towards Mike's I keep breaking my legs so I can't work my physical labor job and want to buy a car fund. So check out my merch, linked below, and comment and let us know what you think.
Oh yeah, baby.
Nice legs.
Somebody just said nice leg. I'm a better kicker than their kicker.
That was so weird.
Building a new stadium.
Right across the street?
Yeah.
Weird.
On our way into the stadium, I noticed they had an RV lot, and at first I felt bummed like I missed out on it, but I looked into it and it looks like it either costs $300 for a weekend or that maybe the overnight RV lot might be closed right now because of their new stadium being built. So this might just be a bunch of RVs that are parked together. But when I looked it up, overnight parking just really isn't allowed in any of the stadium lots, so it seems like stealth camping the actual stadium really isn't the smart move unless you got $300 to spare instead of just driving down the road, so I won't be staying here tonight.
No one said anything mean to me while I was in my Chiefs gear myself. People have been not even making fun of his crutches and his leg and threatening to like throw things at his crutches. It's vicious. It's vicious out here.
Buffalo. They're Buffalo Reds.
Yeah, but the NFL makes a lot of money from the Chiefs right now.
Shout out to Mike for being such a good sport about people literally threatening to trip him. It actually does escalate to someone pretty much assaulting him at one point, but that's a story for later in the video. So there's one slightly insane tradition here in Buffalo that makes their tailgating a little bit more dangerous and entertaining and crazy. In 2015, a video went viral of a guy jumping onto a table and smashing it, and then that led to a trend of them making videos of smashing people into tables wearing the opposing team's jerseys. And now they just smash themselves into tables constantly, all day long. So much so that they had all the anchors of the NFL Today on CBS smashing through tables right here in front of the stadium. The table smashing thing may feel a little bit overboard to you, But they don't even stop there. They light the tables on fire. Even Jason Kelsey got in on the fire table smashing.
It was exhilarating. Not at all like the way the Buffalo Bills Mafia jumps through tables. This was a very safety first.
However, not everyone is safety first, clearly. Sometimes the table smashing knocks them out, or breaks their legs, or almost breaks their necks, which has led to it being banned in a lot of places around the stadium. Don't worry, because during the pandemic, they made sure to have clean table smashing, apparently. I guess the fire kills any COVID particles on the table? Maybe?
Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo!
Mike and I found a really great spot to watch the filming of the NFL Today on CBS. The anchors are J.J. Watt, who played 12 seasons and was a 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Bill Cowher, former head coach of the Steelers and Pro Football Hall of Famer, James Brown, Sports Broadcasting Hall of Famer, Matt Ryan, 2016 NFL Most Valuable Player and 4-time Pro Bowl quarterback, and Nate Burleson, former Minnesota Vikings, Seattle Seahawk, and Detroit Lion wide receiver for 11 years.
You guys have some challenges?
And where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
He went to go eat. Oh, you come here. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I finally take a bite or not? Get a picture of Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo! Give it to me. Oh, spin it around. Let me eat the ass. It's a neutral shit.
We're gonna heckle people on the way out if we go.
We're gonna heckle people no matter what. It's our new
I'm
hobby.
gonna hit them with my crutches.
We're not gonna do that. Officially got heckled for my first time. Some guy said, "Hey Chiefs fan, what are you doing?" And I just said, "Taylor Swift." And he said, "This is what's wrong with America." I can officially say I've been heckled. You've been heckled a lot.
I've only been shown love.
Something about Michael is just very heckleable, apparently.
I'm
So
on
we're learning.
crutches, that's why.
But that should give you the crutches should give you a free card, but.
Look for Jersey. Hey, Butker, you look good.
The heckling was genuinely out of control. Actually, towards the end, you couldn't even call it heckling anymore. People get aggressive about their team, even when you're just walking around minding your own business. It kind of made me happy they won because, well, spoiler alert, they win, because they were aggressive on their way out, even though they did win. A really drunk girl actually ran up to Michael on his walk back to their car and gave him the middle finger and then leg swiped his crutch, which is just straight up assault of a child, which is insane. I mean, Michael's 18, he's not a child, but whenever I see him, he'll always be my little brother, even though he's taller than me. People had been threatening to do it to him all day verbally, as if it was a funny joke, but I was shocked that someone actually did it. I mean, I was shocked they were saying it, but to actually do it is just beyond next level. We heard a dad tell his middle school age child to take his crutch. On a brighter note, welcome to Highmark Stadium.
Well, since Victoria's going to take us to Kansas City next year.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, that's what you said, right? We'll go to Kansas City next year. We'll go to Cincinnati.
Honestly, I do think a game at the Chiefs Stadium would be incredible. This is really fun, but imagine how much more intense it would be to have your own team's chants and to see Chiefs Kingdom red and yellow everywhere, and to get support instead of heckled, and to do your own team's traditions.
Comes over and signs something for you.
I'll just die instantly.
So I
be
could
no
have your
breathing.
van and all your money? You said you would die.
I have a child.
We're going here down.
Right here. Oh, Dad, look, you can see the fuel from your look. They're warming up.
Yeah.
The line of people who want my van when I die is concerningly large. All I'm saying is if I die, there definitely was a motive.
Hold it! Fuck you! Then your penalty! Fuck you! Woo! On his ass!
We definitely can't sleep here tonight, but I've already found a few options close by that would be a good spot to stealth camp. But I am so thankful right now to have my van while everyone else is sitting out waiting in traffic, wasting so much gas and being frustrated. And I'm gonna stay in here and make a milkshake, maybe take a nap, and then when all the traffic is cleared, I'll go sleep somewhere for free. Van life is great. It like completely alleviates all of the stress that comes with an event like this afterwards. You don't leave early because you're rushing to get ahead of traffic. You don't, stress out being like, I gotta go, I wanna get home, or worry about spending a lot of gas, or, idling your car for a long time. None of it. You just sit back and make milkshakes, take naps, and life's good. Life is freaking good. I mean, the Chiefs lost. That's it. Travis Kelce didn't play great. I'm not gonna lie. Besides that, life is great. So good. Cheers to a great game, no matter who the winner was. That probably sounds a little lame, but it ended up being a really fun game. And I think actually the fact that they won made it more fun because everyone around us was more hyped and excited. All right, the place is pretty much cleared out besides some last minute, very rowdy tailgaters. But I think it is time to blow this popsicle stand, get out of here. So ends up, this Planet Fitness is 24 hours every day except Sunday. And can you guess what day it is? So I'm gonna have to find another spot. The only other spot on iOverlander that is close is the one I slept at last night, which is called the Warehouse, which is just kind of like a little bar kind of area, which is good. I don't want to go the same spot 2 nights in a row. I think I might find a close hotel and do that. That is a huge perk of having an incognito stealth van, that it's not perfect. There's locks on the outside, there's cameras on the outside, there's a roof rack. But I think those things still can be work van related. And at this point, it's almost midnight. So if I get to a hotel and I leave early in the morning and I just come to the Planet Fitness during the morning again, which is where I wanted to be anyway, I think I can make it work. But again, I don't often try to use hotels first. I try to go to my other options. But Buffalo doesn't seem to have a lot of different options, especially on iOverlander. So I think now I'm just gonna literally get into bed and go to sleep, and that is literally it. I don't have the energy for anything else. That was an intense, exciting, great day, and tomorrow's gonna be great too. I'm so excited. This road trip is bringing me back the excitement of van life, and I don't even care that the van's not finished. Obviously, I will finish the van. We all know this because I need to have the van finished for my cat to live in it, so it needs to get done. But genuinely, like, if I could just go travel for a while with the vehicle in this state, I'd be totally fine with it. I just feel great about it, and I feel great about the rest of this road trip, and I'm very excited for it, even though tomorrow's a work day. I will be working all day tomorrow, and then we'll be back on our next adventure, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.